Hi everyone, and well done. 3 weeks. 3 weeks without sugar. That is actually amazing. To those of you who are watching this just because you like watching it for whatever reason, but you never had a problem with sugar, you've not ever been addicted to it, it might seem a little bit silly and you might think like, what's the big deal? But as a sugar addict myself, I know that 3 weeks can feel like a bloody lifetime, and it's actually a lot of hard work to get to 3 weeks. But just know that you're building new habits, and when you've done that, you will have them with you the rest of your life. And the more you practice, the better you're going to get at it. So even if you are only doing 30 days and then you start eating sugar again, if you want to go back into it, it's going to be a bit easier next time because you know how you did it this time. So you might not be ready to quit forever right now, and that's fine. Just know that you're building a skill that you might be able to use in the future. But before I continue, hit that subscribe button that will be down there somewhere. Give it a thumbs up and share it with everyone you know who needs to quit sugar. And let me help them too. And now I'm going to talk about justifications as an extension to yesterday's video, pretty much. So we're getting closer to the end of the challenge. Our brains will start coming up with a bunch of excuses for why we should end this challenge early. And part of that might be because you're starting to feel a bit sick of doing this. And life is generally quite grey and boring because of that dopamine withdrawal. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, go and do that and you will know what I'm talking about. So your brain might be telling you all sorts of things. It might be telling you that it's not worth doing. If you're going to feel depressed, why on earth would you put yourself through that? And 3 weeks is a bloody long time. There's no shame in quitting after 3. You've done great, but now, why would you continue? Just have some sugar and feel better. Or, I've been going 3 weeks without sugar and I'm not actually feeling that I need to eat sugar anymore. I'm not addicted to it anymore, so I can have a little bit without risking falling back into it again. Don't fall for that one. A little bit won't hurt. Just a little bit to make me feel a little bit happier. I'm sure that will be sufficient because I don't really feel for it, but I want a little bit. Or honey isn't really sugar. I can just use honey instead. Let me tell you, honey is sugar. It's the same as table sugar. It's fructose, it's sucrose. There are other things in honey if it's raw as well, but it's pretty much sugar. Or fruit is a good thing. Some of you might be eating fruit still, and that's fine. If that is part of your plan, that's fine. But don't go and make some orange juice out of your oranges just to get that kick where you have a concentration of a lot of sugar in 1 glass of juice, and then you just drink it and you're really going to get a sugar kick. Don't do that either. Just because it comes from fruit doesn't mean that it doesn't count, because you are now squeezing it and you're making all those sugars really available. They're going to absorb really quickly and increase your blood sugar extremely fast. So don't go and do that. Or you might get your brain might be telling you, oh, you can just go and make some keto treats with sweeteners, non-caloric sweeteners. That's great. You're going to satisfy your sweet tooth, but you're not actually going to get the insulin response, and you're not going to get something to eat and satisfy that need for eating the sweets. Doesn't work. Don't do it. So there might be a million things that your brain can come up with that is going to try to talk you into going back into old habits already. It might have already tried to do that. It might not quite do that yet, but at some point you're going to realize that I'm getting towards the end, and it's really easy for our brains to want to fast track that somehow. I almost made it. I can just have some sugar now. It's cool. I was really good for X amount of days, and it's cool. So whatever excuse or justification that is your brain is coming up with to try and trick you into eating something, just be aware that it's your brain's way of having a tantrum. So it wants you to go back into old habits so that you can feel comfortable, so that you can feel safe. And just know that your lower brain, what it's interested in basically is maximize the pleasure, and you will get pleasure from eating sugar, and or any other type of refined foods are usually providing quite a lot of pleasure as well. And especially if they have the perfect ratio of sugar, fat and salt together, like cheesecake, anyone, for example, that's a big thing. So we are inherently seeking out pleasurable things with minimal effort, and that's pretty much fits the bill for all fast food or processed foods. We don't have to do much, we could just eat them straight away. And then we get hooked and we just want to eat more of them. So that's how they get you. So just wanted to pay attention to your inner dialogue in your head. What's going on there? What is your lower brain telling you? And what excuses does it actually come up with? What is it? How does it try to lure you back into this old behavior or these old habits that you've had, that you might have had for years and years and years? So just be aware of what's going on there. Listen to your brain and listen to what it has to say, and then tell it that you heard what it said, but no, that is not what is going to happen. That is not what you are doing right now. You have better long-term plans for your health and your well-being, and you know best. So just, fine, I hear you, but actually I don't care, because this is what I'm doing right now. Eating that sugar is not an alternative. Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to talk about disproving these justifications. So it would be great if you could just write down maybe 3 to 5 of your common thoughts that you have that are commonly reoccurring around why you should be eating sugar, and write them down and have them ready for tomorrow when we are going to disprove them and prove to you that it's not such a good idea after all. I'll see you then.